Hi guys, Everything NFL here, and today I am back bringing you guys a new video on how well I think Joe Burrow will do in year one with the Cincinnati Bengals. So no messing about, let's get into it. Joe Burrow had a stellar season for LSU in 2019, which helped him climb up draft boards. He was the clear #1 selection in the draft by probably, you have to say, I don't know, like October, November time. It looked like he was going to be a clear-cut #1. So he's now part of the Cincinnati Bengals after being selected first overall by the Cincinnati team. Now let's talk about how Joe Burrow got to where he is today and how well he can do during his rookie season. Joe Burrow was near enough a non-factor for the first 2 years of his college career, playing for Ohio State, near where he is from, the Athens in Ohio, he is where he's from. Product decides to transfer to LSU, and the rest is history after that. I think he played 2 years at Ohio State, didn't play too much. He transferred to LSU in 2018, I think, and he didn't really do a lot. He played a little bit. And then obviously 2019 is where Joe Burrow went off. So he would go on to have one of the best, if not the best, season ever by a college quarterback of all time. He was so relaxed in the pocket and aware to the rush. He always played calm, cool, collected, and looks like a polished NFL quarterback playing at the college level. He was helped greatly by his receiving group at LSU, which was the best receiving group in all of college football. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it was one of the best receiving groups in all of college football, and it consisted of now Minnesota Vikings wideout Justin Jefferson, and arguably the best wide receiver in college football in Jamar Chase, who will undoubtedly be a top 6 or 7 pick come 2021, sorry. Now let's get into Joe Burrow's incredible 2019 season stats. 5,671 passing yards, 60 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and an incredible 76.3 pass completion percentage. Insanity. Oh, and did I mention he won the national championship and beat Trevor Lawrence and Clemson in the big game? Unreal. Now let's take a look at what he is working with in his new team when it comes to weapons he will have on offense at the Bengals in 2020. Let's just quickly go over the offensive line. You've got Billy Price, centre played guard a lot, but he's okay. Jonah Williams, first-round pick last year, didn't play a single snap last season. If he's fully healthy, Jonah Williams will be one of the best pieces Joe Burrow will have on his offensive line and work with him and probably be the best offensive lineman on the team straight out the gate. And now let's move on to the running back. He has an up-and-coming superstar running back in former Oklahoma product Joe Mixon, who had a fantastic 2019 season, despite the team finishing with a dismal 2-14 record. He had 1,137 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns on the season, behind a terrible offensive line and poor quarterback play from Andy Dalton and Ryan Finley. Now, let's move on to the wide receivers on the team, and a very special new addition to the roster. Superstar wide receiver AJ Green did not play last season at all, but was recently franchise tagged and will be on the roster for at least another season. He should relish the opportunity to play with Joe Burrow and help Burrow become more accurate, and even help him in general with having one of the NFL's best pass catchers at wide receiver and on his side. The next one is former first round. He's a bit of a bust, John Ross, who could develop nicely with a quarterback like Joe Burrow under center. He could benefit from medium range passing specialists like Burrow and also take advantage of the deep throws with his 4.2 speed, but Ross has got a lot to prove if he wants to stick around on the Bengals roster going forward. Next up is second-year wideout Auden Tate, who was drafted out of Florida State in 2019. He had a promising first season as a number 3 or 4 wideout with 40 receptions for 575 yards and a touchdown. But now we get into the latest and very special addition to the roster to go along with Joe Burrow. So far, AJ Green, John Ross, Auden Tate. It's very good. I know they just lost Tyler Eifert, but CJ Uzomah's at tight end, and obviously Joe Mixon at running back. He's got some good weapons here going into 2020. Finally, we come on to the 33rd selection in the 2020 NFL Draft, and the Cincinnati Bengals selected T. Higgins, a wide receiver out of Clemson. He had a great 2019 season, which helped Clemson reach the national championship, where they unfortunately fell to a Joe Burrow-led LSU Tigers powerhouse. He had 59 receptions for 1,166 167 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns, which was amazing. Bengals fans will hope he rolls over the same amount of production to the NFL as he did at the college level for Clemson. Now, what do I think? Personally, I think Joe Burrow will take a little while to settle in. I think he could be a little bit turnover prone in his first season, but I think once he settles and he gets into his game and gets used to his pass catchers and the scheme around him is put together, I think Joe Burrow could be a phenom for the Cincinnati Bengals and could be the guy to take them back to the playoffs and get them a playoff win, because they haven't won in the playoffs in God knows how long. And being the first overall pick, your expectations are obviously sky high and through the roof. And that's what I think that the Bengals are getting in Joe Burrow. They're getting a polished quarterback who played fantastic at the college level, and another player who's going to be phenomenal at the NFL level. I think Joe Burrow could be one of the best quarterbacks in the league within 2-3 years. But he's older. He's a little bit older than the others. Like, he's older than Tua. I don't know about Justin Herbert. I think he might be the same age as Justin Herbert. But even Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow is older than Lamar Jackson. So he's a little bit older, but his prime is probably going to be a little bit shorter than the others. But I think he's still fantastic and was the clear-cut #1. And the Bengals definitely made the right choice by going with the quarterback. And as of yesterday, they released Andy Dalton. So Joe Burrow is guaranteed to be the Week 1 starter going into 2020. So he has everything on his plate that he has to work with to go forward and be the leader of this great, great franchise. And that's it for today's video, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another video. I'll probably be doing a video on the Denver Broncos tomorrow, or the Arizona Cardinals. Those are my next two, so one of those two will be coming tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never ever miss an upload to this channel. And I will be back tomorrow with more NFL content. See you later, guys.